Usually, this is the part where I say, "Hi, welcome and welcome back to the Chronicles Pod. This is Ayo Holuniji. Welcome and welcome back." I said that already. Am I forgetting my opening messages now? Oh God. Okay, let's do it again. I am my story. You are your story. When we embrace our stories, we get a glimpse into the lives of others. We better understand ourselves and the world at large. Welcome to the Chronicles Pod, a curated podcast of extraordinary stories of remarkable people around the globe. From the world's famous to the most ordinary person, I believe there is no story too big or too small to be shared. Each episode is a story. I hope you find one that inspires, refreshes, entertains, educates, or encourages you in a beautiful way. I am Ayo Holuni, your host. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a world of extraordinary stories. Hello, welcome and welcome back to the Chronicles Pod. This is Ayo Holuni, your host, and I am so excited to be on the show today. This is the Chronicles Pod where I share remarkable stories of people, places, and things. Hi everyone, hi beautiful souls out there. I am so sorry. It's been a while, hasn't it? And so I had to jump on here and just, have some little insight into my world, like straight from my heart. I shared earlier today, and before this evening, I had shared that I would be coming back on the show, and I'm so glad this is happening today. So, okay, before anything, first things first. How are you? So, if you are listening to this at any time of the day, could you please respond somehow, maybe on the comment section, yes, or in my DM, and tell me how you really are. I would love to know. So how are you? And I hope everything is awesome with you. So second thing is that I want you to know that this little hiatus was not planned. This little break was not intended for. Life just happened. You know life happens, right? So it just happened. I didn't plan it, and I said earlier when I put up a post that I would be coming back on air that it's been 2 months, and I actually miscalculated. It's been 3 months and 6 days, and I have been trying to get back on track since then. And I would like to say that I am sorry. I'm sorry. It's just life. It's not me. Trust me. It's just life, and it's been a journey, and amidst all the twists and turns, I've been able to gather stories, gather experiences and moments that I cannot even wait to share with you all on this podcast. So I said I wanted to be unscripted, very free episode and all, but honestly I do not know where to start. So where do I even begin? Okay, I'm just going to start with a little update. Yep, I moved to a new city, and moving to a new city, moving to a new place, moving to a new home has been a packet, a whole bag of emotion from excitement to being overwhelmed to, you know, feeling a bit out of place and all that. Yeah, I've met new people. I've known new places, and yeah, I'm just here. I don't know what else to say, but I'm just here. Another thing that has been happening with me lately is something I've been itching to, you know, just pour out, just talk to someone about, and it is this idea of cycles. And there is this saying that if you want to change the results, you have to change the patterns. And somehow I have been reflecting on that a lot. I've been reflecting on the patterns I get caught up in, sometimes without even realizing it. So I've just been on this journey of unlearning, relearning, seeing patterns, breaking them, breaking free from these things that I know hold me back and now are in the past and stuff. So it's just so many things. Sometimes I feel like I'm juggling multiple seasons at once. Like it's just really crazy, for the lack of a better word. It's just crazy. Like there's this sense of me waiting, like I'm in my waiting season, waiting for, trusting and waiting for things to fall in place, one. But then there is another side of me that is launching, like I'm taking steps forward and making things happen, and I just feel like I have my 4 seasons in a moment, like and it just not just stop there. It doesn't stop there. I also feel like I've been able to adopt new habits, new ways of thinking over the past 3 months. Yeah, and some days it can be really overwhelming. Trust me. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled in different directions. Like I honestly cannot explain it, but that's how best I can explain that feeling, like navigating so many seasons that somehow blend into a single moment. And yeah, I have been trying to learn as much as I can. Even in this moment, I've been trying to get the message from the mess. I've been trying to see beauty even in the chaos of things. And as you know, or as you already know, yeah, and as most people would say, it's okay not to have everything, not to have all things figured out. And I guess it is okay to feel this way, and not because of anything, because I know that God is with me, His presence is with me. That is the only thing that keeps me grounded, to be very honest with you. So yeah yeah so alright, so I mentioned that you should send in questions, and I have received a significant number of questions. I received some in my DMs, I received some in the anonymous link I shared, and yes, I'm going to be diving into the questions now. The first question: how do you navigate through dark moments? I don't feel quite worthy to give an answer to this, but no, I'm going to share what I know. I'm going to share what brings me back to the light every time I go through a dark moment. So while you can find other strategies, other things around you to help you get through a dark moment, I'm going to give you one thing. I'm going to tell you one thing I know can get you through a dark moment, and I can say that I can bet my life on it. I can give you other 100 things to do to get out of a dark moment, but I know one thing that brings me back to light, and that is the God factor. I tell you, I don't know how else to say it, but God is the light that we are seeking for. So when I'm in a dark moment, I have some things, I have some verses of the Bible that I call breath prayers. These are some verses or chapters that I can mutter to myself or say in the face of challenges, and I just feel this bubble of God's presence over my head, and then I stay there. And one of those breath prayers is Psalm 23, and one of the verses says, "Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." So reading that alone, reading the old chapter of Psalm 23 alone grounds me, solidifies the fact that I am not alone. And however isolated or overwhelmed I might be feeling, God is offering comfort to me right now. So I draw strength from that. I pray in tears, I pray in words, I pray in tongues, I pray in silence, and from that I get insights, I get solutions on how to move forward, no matter how hard moving might even be. So that's one. Another thing is that I seek guidance. I just talk to someone, anyone available, anyone I know that could help me out of that situation, because sometimes we would always see dark moments as obstacles until we talk to someone outside of what we are passing through, someone who can lead us, someone who can make us see that this difficult time, this dark moment is an opportunity for growth and learning. So talking to someone also helps. And while that cannot always be readily available, because I believe people have things they are going through, so I always have the tendency not to talk to people first, because I'm always considerate that even the person who I want to talk to might be feeling low at that time, so, and I do not want to add to the weight. I'm sorry, I always feel like that. But so another thing I do is to just go for a walk, just try to draw or paint or read these days. But these are the things I do. Another reason why I mentioned God first is because all these things, they can just provides a temporary solution to whatever the darkness is. But God is the Father of light, so yeah. that's the ultimate thing to do, the best thing to do. So even while you can engage in activities you will enjoy, that would bring you joy at that moment or in that moment, they can only be temporary. I don't know, that's my 2 cents. And the next question says that this question the question says, what would it take to win your heart? And that is not a light question for me. Wow, what would it take to win my heart? I feel like that's a really profound question, to be very honest. Okay, so I don't know what asked me this question, so I'm kind of shocked. Yeah. But yeah, so okay. I saw a video earlier this evening, and I'm going to connect it back to this question. But so I saw a particular video earlier this evening, and the poet was talking about the subject romance and love in general, and he talked about how the feeling can often be misconstrued for buying things for someone, all these superficial gestures of you wanting to connect with someone on a deeper level, and then you just get them stuff. A lot of times, actually, it is not done that way, at least for me. So I connect with that video because I can totally relate to it. It connects to my core, my person. Love for me, or winning my heart is not about buying. It's the little things. It's their vulnerability. It's their little listening time. It's a little listening time. It's the remembering of important stuff. I mean, so I think before I ramble too much, let me just try and see how I can answer this question as concise as possible. So winning my heart would require, I feel, a genuine understanding and appreciation of who I am. So it's going to be about seeing beyond the superficial level of things, the surface, and actually be willing to understand me, to be able to value my thoughts, my feelings, my aspiration. Winning my heart would be being a space where I can feel safe, where I can feel loved, where I can feel heard. So I think for anyone to win my heart, the person must be willing to show me vulnerabilities, as I would do the same. I think I'm a very vulnerable person. I'm authentic. It forms the foundation of my essence. And another thing is respect. The person has to be someone who treat other people with kindness and respect, value my opinions, value my boundaries, as I would do. I don't know what else, but it just spans through a lot of things. There is quality time, there is trust, there is open conversations. Like, I value that a lot. Yeah, that would be it. Next question. This question, I saw it and I don't. Okay, I'll just move on to the question and answer, and the next question says, would you find loving someone easy in this point of your life? I don't know who sent this question. I don't know what the person was thinking when that person sent this message or this question, and I just don't know, but I'm going to answer this to the best of my abilities. So I'm going to answer these questions to the best of my abilities. The question says, again, would you find loving someone easy in this point of your life? Loving someone, I mean, love in general, or I don't know. I don't think I know how to answer this question, but yeah, let me just do my best. Love, relationships, or whatnot has shown me shaggy, and regardless, yeah, I'm just going to answer this question simply. Regardless of my experiences, I believe that I still have the capacity to love, and I'm still very open to love. Even though about love, I mean, it's such a beautiful thing to love someone. It is. So I'm excited to love, I'm willing to love, I'm open to love. I have the capacity to love. So I really don't know how best to answer this question again, but I don't think it's about how easy or difficult. It's about the readiness to go on a journey like this. Loving someone is a journey. So, and to answer your question simply, I would find someone. No, that's not how I want to say it. I would find loving someone easy, and that's because I believe so. Not only that, because I still have the essence of love remaining in me. So regardless of the layers of pain I have had from my past experiences, I know that I am able to love someone, and it's going to be a beautiful journey for me. And that's it. That's on period. Okay, the last question is, you look younger than your age. How do you get past being overridden by people who... Oh God, I don't get this question. Sorry, let me read it again. You look younger than your age, obviously. How do you get past being overridden by people? Okay, and how did you go by earning your respect and maintaining your stance without being overlooked or overridden by your bosses or male counterparts? Okay, because I know the person asking this question, rather, I know the person asking this question. I understand where the person is coming from, and I kind of have been having, like, there's just this ongoing conversation about this topic, and why am while I would not delve into this male counterpart thing, bodies thing, especially in the professional setting tonight, because it can be a nuanced challenge. I'm just going to respond simply to this. One thing I believe is that age is just an aspect of a person. While I might look younger than my age, or while you might look younger than your age and all that, I feel like your experiences, your skills, your knowledge, your values actually define who you are, and you have to embrace those uniqueness more and use it to your advantage than your age. So I get this compliment a lot, like, oh, you look younger than your age, oh, what class are you, even though I'm I'm a graduate and stuff. So excuse me. So to address the concern of being overridden and overlooked, I just believe that communication is key. And when I express my ideas articulately, confidently, it just helps ensure that I cannot be overlooked here. So and also I feel like I know that respect is a two-way street. You have to actively listen to others. You have to actively listen to others. You have to acknowledge their own perspectives, and not just go about, oh, do you know who I am, do you know my age, that kind of thing. So it's just that way for me, to be able to have a constructive dialogue with people. You earn respect that way. And when you see that you are not in competition with anyone, it often leads to the best outcome of things. So, and you can be able to find balance or avoid being overridden when you are willing to adapt to situations and be open to feedback, especially on matters that align with your values. So yeah, I'm trying not to come to bosses or male counterpart, but when you display a strong work ethic, you are being professional with your work, you are contributing meaningfully at your workplace, you just earn their respect. I'm sorry. That's how it works for me. I try not to dabble around, overly playful. I get compliments like, oh, you're too polite, you're too formal. Let it be that way. I mean, I just love that I am able to display professionalism in everything I do, and so far it has helped me in the respect of others. So yeah, working excellently, I've been able to earn respect of others. So that's my take on it. Even though I've been working on the edges, trying not to step on some shells. Yeah, but yeah, that's my take on it. Yeah, so we have come to the end of this episode. This episode is just to come in and say hello, because like I mentioned earlier in my post, yeah, I don't want to just I don't want to keep dumping stories of people, places and things without a proper, I'm sorry kind of episode, let's catch up kind of episode. Yeah, so thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for listening, and If you enjoyed this post, why am I saying post? If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone. And if you are new here, this is a space, this is a beautiful space actually, where I share remarkable stories of people, places and things. And once again, my name is Hayoluni, and thank you for listening to the Chronicles Pod. Until next time, please take care of yourself. I love you. Bye.